So is it possible for a person to make, so what's the ruling in Islam on making jokes about the religion? Does anyone know what that is? When we look at stuff online and it's Muslims and somebody's mocking a religion, I remember someone said something about haram police, right? When you hear haram police, anybody ever heard that before? It's a joke though, right? Is that a joke or are people serious? Is it a joke or are people serious? I'm asking. Some people serious. But do they mean, how do they mean when they say, oh, it's haram police? Like, is it like in a, it's a joking way? Yeah, is it like a mockery type thing? All right, so you got to be, yes. Okay, so they mean it like someone's being judgmental. So he said one of them may think you're being too harsh. Some of them may mean it in a joke. We don't know what's in the hearts and the intentions behind people when they speak, right? So we want to cover today, inshallah. It was real brief. I'm trying to make my talk as brief as possible, right? But we're going to make it very brief, but we're going to talk about something that's very, very important. We're going to go into a little bit of information about it. The first one, it could be something that can completely take you outside the folds of Islam. How many people think that if you joke or mock about the religion, that it can actually remove you from Islam? Did anybody know that? Is there anyone who did not know that? Raise your hand. Okay. Then there's another type of mockery in Islam, but you mock the person. So that doesn't necessarily take you outside of Islam, but it's a major sin. And then you got the third type where what you said, it could be taken either way. Who wants to put themselves in those three categories? So let's talk about, if they intend by that, if they intend by making fun of him, talking about his beard or talking about his religious garments, he says, then this could be ridda. Ridda means a person denounced, like you're left the folds of Islam, if that's what you're mocking. If you're mocking something that's deen related that they do, this could take a person outside of the folds of Islam. And then he mentions the ayah, قُلْ أَبِاللَّهِ وَآيَاتِهِ وَرَسُولِهِ كُنْتُمْ تَسْتَهْزِئُونَ لَا تَعْتَذِرُوا قَدْ كَفَرْتُمْ بَعْدِ إِيمَانِكُمْ. And he mentions this ayah again. Is it Allah's name? Is it his signs? And is it his messengers that you're mocking? Don't make an excuse today. You have now disbelieved after having believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then he says, if a person is mocking a person, like say you're mocking that individual for another reason, maybe his lihya look funny to you, but you don't mean by that the deen. Or maybe you don't like the way the clothes look on him, but you're not using it for Islam. Then in this case, it's a major sin. You see the difference? One of them, you're mocking him about the deen, which removes you from the folds of Islam. And then the other one, you're mocking him about how he's dressing. But this doesn't remove you from the folds of Islam, but it's muharram, it's haram. Does that make sense? What does haram mean anyway? What does that mean? I want a sharia meaning of the word haram. Who can give me that? Yes. Okay, sacred is something you can't violate. No, not you. It's like, because we need to understand what haram means. What's haram? Unlawful. You gotta show I'm stronger than that. Mumtaz. If something is haram, if you do something that's haram, Mumtaz. If something is haram, if you do something that's haram, what it means is you have now made it halal for Allah to punish you. Insha'a, if Allah, if he wills, he'll punish you. And if he doesn't want to, then he won't. But you have made it halal. You have made, halal means permissible. You have made it permissible for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to punish you. When we do something that's muharram, where essentially what's happening is that, okay, oh Allah, I'm making it okay for you to punish me because I broke your rules. I went against your laws. I went against what you legislated for me to do. So when I do that, at that point in time, you have made it permissible for Allah to punish you. So when we mock groups of people, and just, you know, listen, this is a pretty diverse crowd, right? Sometimes we have Muslims that look down on other Muslims. Right or wrong? You might have some Muslims from a certain culture look down on African American Muslims. Is that right or wrong? All right. All of these things fall into that category. It all falls into the category. You got other Muslims from other places looking down on other Muslims. They think they're better than them. Oh, he can't even recite Al-Fatiha. I can't take him seriously. Or this or that. Another question. This is the last one. All right. There's another scenario that they mentioned. If a person is mocking a person and it falls into the middle category, for example, is it kufr that will take you outside of Islam, or is it just a sin that's a major sin? The reality of it, brothers and sisters, is that we don't want to fall into those categories anyway. You're joking. You're joking. You're laughing at a brother. You're laughing at a sister. You making fun of Islam online. Somebody sent me something, subhanAllah, it was about a week ago. It was a sister making fun of in Jannah, making fun about something in paradise, shooting up in the bathroom. It was a joke. Somebody sent that. At first, I'm like, what the heck is this? The reality of it is this is a problem. May Allah pardon the sister, because I know she don't know any better. I know for a fact, if somebody would have told sister, this could fall into this, that, and the next. I'm sure as Muslims, we have to take. But when you die, you want to have this Islam with you. You cannot, as Muslims, we have to take our religion serious. We cannot joke around about our deen. This is all we got. It's to the point where if we're online and somebody's talking about the religion, if you say, I don't really want to say that, then get offline. Don't even pay attention to it. Leave it alone. Separate yourself from that so you don't have to see it. But the reality of it is getting to a point where our religion is becoming a joke. People treat our deen as it's a joke. People publicize their sins online like it's funny. It's not funny. It's real. How many people you see laugh at a janazah? You see anybody laugh at a janazah? You did? Most people not laughing at a janazah.